Today we're going to show you guys how to take your 4th-gen steering wheel from this to this. All right, now we're going to show you how to install this in the car. Okay, so our first step is going to be to pop the hood and disconnect the battery, then let it sit for about 10 to 15 minutes so that the system can drain, so there's no possibility of the airbag going off in our face while we're installing the new steering wheel. Okay, now you can go ahead and disconnect your battery. You're going to want to start with your negative terminal first, and then you can move to your positive terminal, and then we can move on to the next step. Left, right. Just like that, you're ready to move into the inside of your car. Okay, so next you're gonna have a couple Phillips head screws that you're gonna need to remove. There's gonna be about 5 of them. 2 of them are gonna be right here behind the steering wheel, and same on the other side. Then you'll have one on the back of the steering wheel right here, and another right here, and then one at the base of the steering wheel right here. Once you've got those screws taken out, there's a little plastic piece here in the middle that you can just kind of stick your fingers in here and then slowly begin to pull out, just like so. Okay, so next you're gonna grab a pry tool and you're gonna pry it in between right here and right here between the turn signal stock right there. And you're gonna pry those 2 pieces apart so that we can take them off. Now you're gonna do the same on the other side and then separate those 2 pieces. Bada bing, bada boom. And just like that, you can pull it out. Now you're gonna wanna separate this piece from the wheel itself and pull it upwards and off. Okay, so next you're gonna wanna grab something long and narrow like an Allen key. This is a 9/64, I think, which is an odd size, but it perfectly fits into this little hole right here. And what you're gonna wanna do is put it in at about a 45-degree angle, and then all you wanna do is kind of just wiggle around and feel for it. Okay, so just to give you a better view of what we're kind of explaining here, on the back of the steering wheel, on the stock one, to get it out, there are these 2 holes where the pins for the airbag will sit, and you're gonna wanna squeeze these 2 top pins inwards, just like so. You'll probably use it with a screwdriver, and you'll have to come in at an angle, kind of like so. And then there is one at the bottom as well, that you'll have to come from the bottom, and then push this little pin upwards like that, and then you should be able to pull the airbag assembly out. And you wanna push that in. It might take you a second. Just kind of feel around for a little bit and don't force anything too hard. And then once you've kind of found that, this is the angle I'm going at there, just push up. You should be able to release this little pin up here if you look here at the airbag, and it kind of comes loose in that one area out of the 3 total ones. So you just pull that out and then move to the other side to release that other pin, just like so. Now you just have the bottom one, and when you do the bottom one, you want to be careful. You don't want to take out the airbag all the way because there are 2 little wires still holding it in, and those are what trigger the airbag. You slowly just want to lean it out once you've done that bottom one. And just like that, you can lean it out very slowly. As you can see, there are these 3 wires holding the airbag in still, 2 main ones and the ground right here. Okay, so now you'll just want to take your fingernail, if it's long enough, and pull up these little orange tabs on here. They may be a little stiff, so just be careful using your nail, but we got lucky here obviously. And then you can, by those orange tabs, pull upwards and pull those out very carefully. And then finally, just your negative terminal right here. You can wiggle it back and forth to get your airbag out. Now you can set this to the side with the Toyota logo facing up so that if for any reason it does go off, it's just gonna explode upwards and not go flying. Okay, so before we go removing this main nut right here that holds the steering wheel on, we're gonna have a couple connectors that we're gonna wanna take off. You're gonna have 1 or 2 here at the top that you'll just squeeze and pull out just like so. And then 1 here at the bottom. Now this may vary depending on your trim level and if you have a heated steering wheel element or not. And then we can move on to the next step. Okay, and now you're ready to remove this main nut right here. It's very important that you do keep this steering wheel very straight as you're doing this, because that'll affect your alignment on your new carbon fiber steering wheel. But now you're ready to take it out and we can transfer the electronics on the bench. And it's a good thing these 4th gens are new because the steering wheel comes right out after. Once you're pulling it out, just be careful to feed these wires through and watch for any remaining wires that may still be connected, like the clock spring or heated steering wheel elements. But you should be able to just feed these through and have it come off just like so. Okay, so now we're going to be transferring the electronics from our old wheel to our new one. You will notice on Colby's, his does have the heated steering wheel element. That's not going to be compatible with this, obviously, because the heated steering wheel element is wrapped inside the leather here. So we're not going to be able to take that out, and you would have to disassemble the entire upholstery of this new one to do that. So this is not compatible with heated steering wheels, but we can transfer everything else electronic over here. And we're going to do that by just doing some simple Phillips head screws. Start right here, set that to the side, and then move to this one right here. Once you've got those screws out, you are free to pull this back plate off, and that is the first thing that you will transfer to your new wheel, just like so. Okay, so next you're going to flip your wheel all the way over, and you're going to see these 4 little pin tabs right here. Those are what are holding the electronic buttons in still. You're just gonna push down very softly, and slowly those will come out. You can also use something like an Allen key just to give you a little bit better pressure. And push it out just like so. Now you can do the other side. Now you'll wanna raise it up off the table just a little bit, obviously, so it has a place to fall, just like that. And then you can take your old wheel and set it to the side. Now onto the exciting part, you can put your new electronics back in here. All you have to do is line up those same pins and just be very careful with it. Obviously, this is made out of plastic. It may help to flip your steering wheel over just so you can see the alignment of those pins on the back. So if you see in this little pinhole right here, as opposed to your old one, there is going to be a little plastic face in there. All you're going to do is just very carefully push that out. That's just from casting, from manufacturing the steering wheel, and it's meant so that it holds it snugly after you install your electronics. So all you do is just push that pin through. It's no worries, and you should be all good to go now. Okay, and then you're ready to put the plastic shroud right back, and then we can take this and install it in the car. Okay, so now you're gonna feed your airbag wires through the top here carefully, just avoiding those electronic wires. Okay, and now you wanna line it up straight, just like so. And then you're good to plug this top connector back in, just like that. And obviously our heated steering wheel element is gone, so this will not plug into anything anymore. But then you can tighten your nut back down. You want to hand thread it first, obviously, just like so. And then you can take your impact and snug it down just like that. Okay, so now you're ready to grab your airbag. It is very important that you make sure to reinstall all 3 of these connectors. You don't want to just do the 2 main ones. You also want to do the negative terminal here. These are all very important to making sure that the airbag functions properly and doesn't go off at the wrong time. And then you'll obviously want to match up black to black, just like so, and blue to blue. And then you're ready to reinstall your negative terminal here. It can be kind of hard to miss. It is just this little tab just right there. Doesn't matter if you do it forwards or backwards, just as long as it is snug on there. Now you can make sure all the wires are out of the way and slowly align those pins and give it a firm press. You should hear 1, 2, and 3 pins clicking in, and just to make sure you can wiggle it back and forth. And if there's any extreme looseness, you know that they're not all clicked in, but if it has just a little bit of wiggle and you can press it just like you're honking your horn, then you should be good. Just to make things easier, you can telescope your steering wheel out just a little more, just to make sure this piece doesn't get caught. And then you can kind of align it back to where it was. Just snap it down a little bit, then we'll grab our bottom piece and mate those 2 together. Okay, so you'll just slide this bottom piece in here. You'll make sure that the steering wheel stock down here, your adjustment stock, is in the right place on the outside of the plastic piece, not on the inside. And then you will slowly just work it into place. Then you can just work those 2 together. Now you're ready to put those 5 screws right back into place. And these black ones go right behind the steering wheel. Same on the other side, just like so. Now you can reinstall this middle trim piece that goes under the steering wheel right here. Before you put those 2 screws that hold that fascia in, should just snap in right into place once you work it in a little. Okay, and as soon as you've done that middle piece and put all those trim clips together, you're ready to reinstall your final 2 screws and then that final base one on the bottom of the steering wheel. The ones that go on the back are just these 2 silver screws, and then you'll be ready to reinstall the terminals on your battery. Okay, and just like that, you're ready to reinstall your final screw down here, and you can put the battery terminals back on your car. Okay, so now you're ready to reinstall your battery terminals. You'll start in reverse order, go with your positive one first, and you can tighten it down. Okay, and then just make sure that's not going to wiggle off. Now you're ready to put your negative terminal on. And just like that, the install is all done. Now, if you want to pick one of these up for yourself, we have them available now at tacomalifestyle.com. The link is in the description. Thank you guys again for watching. We'll see you on the next one.